prize. And next up, we'll be meeting the rest of the PIER71 team and finding out more about what Smart Port Challenge 2020 will be like. So, are you ready, Ning?
Sure.
Let's go.
Welcome everyone to this special segment when we introduce Smart Port Challenge 2020, and we are very happy to have with us today, or rather this afternoon, Mark from NUS Enterprise. He's the Program Director for PIER71, as well as Desmond from MPA, and that's Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore. Welcome Mark, welcome Desmond. So shall we just dive straight into introducing Smart Port Challenge 2020 to our audiences this afternoon?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so let's begin by telling them, or at least introducing, who are the maritime corporates that are joining us this year in Smart Port Challenge.
We have altogether 15 corporate partners with us from 3 business categories: port, shipping, and maritime services. From the port, we of course have PSA and Jurong Port. From the shipping side, we have shipping companies like Ocean Network Express, Eastern Pacific Shipping, Pacific International Lines joining us for the first time. And from maritime services, joining us for the first time as well, Oil Spill Response Limited, Alpha Ori, and Usen Logistics coming on board.
Thanks, Desmond. This sounds like a broad range of maritime corporates. I suspect it's probably a broad topics of innovation opportunities as well. Perhaps can you share with us a little more about these opportunities, maybe some unique ones that you'd like to highlight, and also what kind of startups are we looking for this year?
So altogether, we have 16 corporate challenge statements being put up, and 1 open category call for maritime decarbonization co-created by NTU Ecolabs. For this year, this is our 4th year, and we have seen how it evolved over time. And what is unique this year is that we have pulled together common industry challenge. For example, is the challenge statement on robust testing and monitoring of drinking water quality on board vessels, which is supported by 3 corporate partners. This attests to the industry needs and opportunities available in this area. Another challenge statement that we're looking at is to consolidate industry use cases requiring AI solutions. This calls for promising startups with strong AI capabilities in the area of business optimization, data analytics, and vision analytics. In addition, we are also looking for proposals from promising startups in the area in relating to smart port, smart ships, and green technologies. And if you are a promising startup dealing in those areas, submit your proposal to us. We'll validate your work with industry partners to give you an opportunity to showcase them.
Thanks, Desmond. So we would like to also know, with all these corporates joining, right? So what is it that they are putting in to help our startups that are selected?
So our corporates will be putting up various support to the startups. Firstly, startups participating in Smart Port Challenge 2020 will get access to industry partners, and industry partners will also be providing time to share their expert knowledge on their problem statements with the startups. Besides providing expert knowledge, industry partners will also be sharing available data with startups to help them shape their potential solutions. Industry partners can also provide test bedding opportunities for startups developing their prototype, and by supporting them in their grant application to MPA.
Thanks, Desmond, for highlighting the grant. Can you tell us a little bit more about this grant that MPA is extending, especially to the Smart Port Challenge finalists?
So the grant that MPA is extending is for startups participating in Smart Port Challenge and being selected for PIER71 Accelerate. Startups participating in the program will get an opportunity to apply for the grant of up to $50,000 provided by MPA to develop their solution and test bed their solution with industry partners.
Okay, and you mentioned this PIER71 Accelerate. Maybe Mark, could we find out a little bit more about the program, the timeline, some of the key milestones that we can expect?
Yeah, sure. PIER71 Accelerate is a program together with what Desmond mentioned earlier on. While the corporates participating in SmartPort Challenge help the startup to understand the problem statement, to handhold them, developing an innovative solution for the industry. Now, this program, which is called PIER71 Accelerate, is meant to give, it's a structured program. It's meant to give the participating startup some kind of a head up to be able to work well with the corporates. Now, so what will encompass in this program is that they will meet the problem statement. I mean, they'll meet the problem owner and to understand the problem statement better and to understand every detail that they need to deliver. And they will also be taught with a structured curriculum on product design as well as market validation, because the objective here is for them to tweak whatever technology and solution that they already have into the application that required by the corporate. At the same time, use that new application also to find a bigger market. All right, so you can see the end objective is to help the startup to take root, to develop a business in Singapore. And because of that, we will also be inviting industrial experts to talk about industry landscape to the startup, and also we will give them some structured curriculum on market expansion. So the startup will be well equipped how to go about starting something new in Singapore. And we will also be covering about some essential stuff on collaboration, such as like legal stuff and the process that people need to take note into. In particular, legal stuff, and also how to draw boundary for collaboration. Right. And last but not least, pitching is an important part in this whole exercise. So the participating startup will need to know how to sell, how to feature their products and their services. So that will be part of the training here as well. Now, at the end of this whole program, it is not just it is a very interactive and immersive kind of a training. The participant will be required to obtain some letter of interest from the corporates. So not just the participating corporates, but they will also need to go out and look for potential new customer, validate their proposed solution with them, and obtain as many letter of interest as possible. Now, all this is not just doing for the sake of the number, but really we want the startup to really able to develop, open up a new market and take root in Singapore.
Thank you, Mark. That sounds very interesting, and we can definitely hear that there's a lot of focus on maritime. But I want to ask, so is this program only for startups that are already in the maritime industry, or are we looking for a lot more different startups to join us?
Sure, that is a very good question. Well, the objective here for this SmartPort Challenge and for PIER71 is to bring innovation into the maritime industry in Singapore. And the best way, and we all know that one of the best ways to bring innovation is for the adjacent industry. So something that works well in another industry, now it can be brought across to another industry, and often that means innovation. So certainly, we want a startup from non-maritime industry to come into the maritime industry, but really it doesn't matter whether the startup is already in the maritime industry or not in the maritime industry. I think what will commonly bind them together in this SmartPort Challenge exercise is they will have to find a solution, a new way of doing things, a disruptive way, and a creative way to offer to the current problem. So that is most important, and when that is being fulfilled, we welcome startup from every industry.
Great. I guess that is where the reimagination comes in, right? So that's why PIER71's name has reimagine in it.
That's correct, yeah.
So it sounds really exciting. What are some of the key dates that startups can remember and that we can look forward to right now?
Okay, good question. Now, so where we are today is 4th of June. So that's where the SmartPort Challenge launched. And what this means is immediately after this program, you will be able to go to PIER71 website and take a look at the innovation opportunity. And your whole registration process will start from there. The whole website will tell you step by step to do the registration. Now, the closing date or the deadline for the submission will be sometime beginning of August. Tentatively will be 10th of August. Yeah, we will inform you. You will find these official dates later. So once the program is the submission is closed, we will go through some intensive evaluation, and some of the team might be called up for some interview in between to for us to seek clarification. Now, by the mid of September, you should be informed whether you're successful in your attempt for this SmartPort Challenge. Now, every year we take in about 20 teams, but this number really is not fixed. We are rather more motivated to get good and innovative solution into this ecosystem rather than bound by figures. Now, the PIER71 Accelerate will start around the last week of September, and it will go all the way to middle of November. So roughly, it will be 6 weeks, 6 week kind of duration. So meaning at the end of the program, which is the middle of November, all the participating team will put through some kind of judging, and they will have to do pitching at various levels. And and they will go through one level after another, and the final one will be presented at the platform called Grand Final, of which 3 prizes will be awarded for the top 3 teams. And these 3 prizes are: first prize, 10,000 Sing dollar; second prize, 5,000 Sing dollar; and third prize, 3,000 Sing dollar. Now, perhaps I should add that all the participating team in the PIER71 Accelerate will also be qualified, be made eligible to apply for the MPA Grant.
Thank you, Mark. Perhaps very briefly, we're in a very different and challenging and unique situation with COVID-19 looming above us. So how is this going to affect the SmartPort Challenge program subsequently? Perhaps just to share a very brief idea and overview so that startups that are with us currently who are online, but then you're not based in Singapore, would have a good idea as well.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Nim. I must say, generally, business as usual, so it will not be affected. Now, what this means is we have already been running PIER71 Accelerate in the online mode. So some overseas participants, by the way, in general, we have around 40% of our participants from overseas. So they have been attending, doing this PIER71 PIER71 Accelerate program through online mode. But this year, of course, given the current situation of COVID-19, by default, come September, all the teams will go through the program through online mode, including those that are physically present in Singapore. Nevertheless, for the pitch day, in past years, we have made it a point that all participating teams must do their pitching with a physical presence in Singapore, because this is what we ask from the participating startup, that they will subsequently need to be committed to start a business in Singapore, and that journey really starts on the pitch day. However, for this year, of course, we will review the situation come near November, and we will make known to you in due time whether the pitch day is to be this grand final pitch is to be done in online mode or not. But by default, it will be physical presentation type.
Thank you, Mark. Suffice to say that the one highlight of SmartPort Challenge, well, especially for the finalists during the Accelerate part, is actually the networking opportunities. And I know this for sure because the past few cohorts that we've run, that has consistently been the highlight that our alumni look forward to. And I suppose even if there is COVID-19 is going to be around for quite some time, but even with COVID-19, we'll be sure to bring the gaps and the distance closer. We'll make it happen. So our selected finalists will be able to continue with the networking, which is a key highlight of the program. So well, that kind of marks the end of our segment here today with Mark and Desmond. So we thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you very much to Mark and Desmond for joining us this afternoon so that we are able to give our online audience, our friends from all around the world, a brief idea of what SmartPort Challenge is and what they can look forward to.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.